going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Last video we were working on Daisy here, our 67 turbo Mustang. Just installed that dry shaft loop, and I also did mention to you guys that we got an appointment to put this thing on the dyno on May 28th. So be on the lookout next couple videos for that one. But we're not working on the Mustang today. We are actually back on Frankenstein here. And when I left off on this video, we had just kind of mocked up our turbo header. I only had the front and the first and the last exhaust ports tacked into place. I ran out of argon. Now I have been I was able to go to the welding shop, exchange my bottle. Actually, because of all the extra overtime I've been working as well, I managed to turn in my little bottle, upgrade to that big old thing right there. And I have also ordered a dual flow meter for that bottle. That way I can start working on purging my stainless as I weld it. So just slowly stepping up things here, upgrading some of my stuff. Like I said, I ordered that. I am waiting on it, so we're just going to go ahead and continue on mocking up and tacking this stuff into place. So let me show you what I got. Got the V-band there sitting on the end of our header. Here's our flex joint that I was waiting on last time. This here is just a little scrap piece of 2.5 inch stainless I had laying around. Fits nicely inside here, which will allow this thing to fit snugly or snug up inside our V-band there. Also showed you guys too that I got a couple of those stainless 180s. I've already cut this in half, anticipating I needed to, and grabbed a couple other scrap pieces I have laying around, little bins like this guy here, this little guy, another bin. My plan is to come off that with our flex joint, attach this to the other end of the flex joint, angle it up, and use a couple of those bins there to help get the rest of the way into our T4 flange. So I'm going to get started on that in a minute. Also, after we get all that mocked up, I am going to get the back of this buggy jacked up so I can get these shocks off. I've got to finish drilling out and welding, so I got little spots here I need to drill those out. That way I can get the hardware measured, make sure I get all the hardware done, and then cut these tack welds, pull this off, weld all these all the way up. So I got these there. I also got the ones up there. So once I get the exhaust mocked up and done, we'll get that off. I want to get the shocks off, finish drilling out the hole so we can get that cage off. I need to pull the engine out of this thing to reseal the oil pan on it. It hasn't had oil in it in a long time, and I may have mentioned before, I got that engine from a buddy of mine who had it in an old dirt bike frame. He was going to build a hill climber, had to modify the pan, and he just didn't reseal it when he put it back on. He was in the middle of mocking it up, but never got around to finishing it. Lucky for me. I also need to get that back cage off because I got this little 5-gallon fuel cell that will, I'm hoping I took my measurements right and they look pretty good. Should fit right here. Now it'd be pretty snug. I know that. It looks like it'd be pretty snug, but pretty compact as well. And I think 5 gallons is enough right now for what I'm doing. If I need to upgrade later, I will, but right now that's what I got. So enough talking. Let's get myself set up and start mocking up some exhaust pieces. Alright, so as you saw here, we got our flex joint tacked into place. Went ahead and cut up a couple little just like short elbows there. And I put our smallest one, as you saw, in the vise where I got it squished. to where it fits inside our flange here pretty well. Now I'm going to tack weld it into place once I get it mocked up, and then just take a little hammer and punch to kind of push these back into the corners. That way it's a nice, good, smooth opening going into the turbo. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We'll go ahead and get the camera on it, mock these little guys up. Or before I, hold on here. So there's our short elbow that we squished into the flange, and then this guy comes out of our flex joint. It pretty much rotates into place. If I can get it to hold there. But anyways, so a little bit of moving around. So I just got to cut a straight piece from there to there. And that'll pretty much tie that header into our flange. Once it's tack welded into place, I'll get a few more before pulling it off. And then get the back end of this buggy jacked up, and start pulling the cage. But let's finish getting this one mocked up. Okay, we have a turbo header mocked up and in place, kind of where I want it. Let's see, show you what we got. So our complete system right now, of course, is coming off our lock style header, off the head, into our V-band clamp. Got our little expansion or our flex joint there. Nice little elbow coming up into another elbow. Please do not pay attention to that guy. I accidentally blew through. Excuses. But yeah, I got a little hot, a little carried away with the rod, accidentally pushed it through, so I stopped there. All my other ones are doing pretty good. So you can see, I mean, everything else was coming along fairly well. So I got kind of disappointed in myself on that one. That's okay, live and you learn. I threw like a couple little stitch welds on the inside here as well, so you can see. That way I could use, I've seen some guys use the end of the ball peen hammer, get in there, start beating around on it, which is fine. That works just as well. But every time I've done something like that, I always like to use a small punch, something that's that's stout, it's strong. I always feel like I have more control using this, and that way if I swing and miss with the hammer, I hit myself and I'm not damaging my turbo flange. But anyways, enough of that. So this is all mocked up, pretty much set where it's supposed to be. I did order a 38mm wastegate, so as soon as that gets here, we'll mock that up as well. But while we're waiting on that, I've got to get this buggy jacked up so I can finish drilling the holes for mounting hardware. Got one at the top there, got one right there. I've already done those. So yeah, we gotta finish drilling those out. That way I can get the cage off and get ready to get that engine out. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, let's do it. All right, got the holes drilled, got the rear cage removed, and I've already gone ahead and fit our fuel cell up and put the cage back on just to check our clearances. So here's our 4.5, 5 gallon fuel cell. Not 100% sure what it is, I still have to check. But it's off the shelf. I got it from eBay for like 90 bucks, I think. Came with a bunch of fuel line and fittings. But the problem I have with it is our little feed and return lines down there run into our frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scribe out a square. I'll square it off, cut it from the tank, and just patch that side of the tank. And then I'll come up here to the back. I'll mark out a line here, a spot where I'll cut it. That way, and then make it to where it comes down so all the fuel will run to it while we're moving. So hopefully get as much fuel usage out of that tank as possible. Like I said, it's off the shelf. I bought it. I took the measurements. I'll show you. Besides that, it actually fits fairly well. So it's like the perfect width for our frame. Now, the only thing I might do in the future is if I did it is I'll get something, maybe make it a little bit higher, maybe a little bit wider. I may do that this time around depending on how spunky I feel. But I'm going to use it. If I feel comfortable enough, I'll just go ahead and cut the tank. I'll widen it, make it a little bit taller, but I am going to at least move the fittings to the back. So I'll do that first, see how it goes, and then if I feel like it, then I'll modify the tank a little bit more. But yeah, it's enough right now to at least get us going. The only thing that I gotta do now is I gotta get this get the engine out of the frame so I can reseal the pan, but that's 4 bolts. Not gonna bother you guys with that. I am gonna in this video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything else or something you want me to want to see or want me to talk about, let me know in the comments. Don't forget, we're almost at 1,500 subscribers, so if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. Comment, help me build. You have to be a subscriber if you want to win, like I said. It does help. The prize is our nut rivet gun, our nut rivet tool with a bunch of assortment of nut rivets. It's right here. As soon as we hit 1,500, I will pick a winner and get that thing mailed out as soon as possible. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to end this video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping me grow. I can't express how much I appreciate it. It's been a whole lot of fun doing this with you guys. So again, thank you very much. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next one.